How's it going, everybody? There's been a lot of Shinobi talk, but this season's patch also brought a couple of nerfs, and I quickly want to go over them and especially what they actually mean, because some of these implications might not immediately be apparent. So here are the biggest losers of this patch. And some of you might be wondering now, why is he showing Raider? Those nerfs didn't change all that much. And yeah, you're right, but I needed a Viking for this next transition here. So while Raider is still clowning on us in matchmaking, you, like every year, clowned yourself for not having bought Christmas presents early enough. So let me introduce you to Viking Jewelry and how they've provided you with your last minute Christmas gift. Many of you are already familiar with them: high quality, Norse themed necklaces, rings and much more. As usual, I do have a discount code for you guys. For the next 48 hours, you can use code FREEZE20 to get 20% off on the whole first line collection, from bronze pendants to silver rings or earrings. Go and explore it, there are quite a few things to discover. And I'm sure you'll find something for your loved ones, or maybe even yourself. Buy yourself a nice present. And don't forget to add the discount code at the checkout. Alright then, back to the sad parts. Or maybe not, maybe you were welcome in those nerfs. 3 of the big meta heroes, Raider, Shugoki and Orochi, were hit with some changes. Like I mentioned in the intro, the Raider nerfs weren't all that drastic. For one, HP down to 130 from 140. Then the knee after Stampede Charge had its stun component removed and no longer drains stamina. It still does damage though. And then the damage nerfs that we've all been asking for. Combo Zone is down to 32 from 38. Second Top Heavy down to 30, and Top Heavy Finisher now does 33. This is mostly relevant in ganks when these get confirmed by teammates. You don't really have a mix up between Top Heavy and Storming Tap. But talking about, Storming Tap from Soft Feints is down to 10 damage now. It's an unreactable soft feint and people get hit by it a lot. Maybe it's more in line now with how often it lands. Alright, moving on to Shugo. His nerfs might not be obvious at first glance off the patch notes. Side dodge headbutt had its chain link to heavy increased by 100 milliseconds after a whiff. This makes trading much harder for the Goki and shifts the favor more towards the person dodging the headbutt. Hitokiri is a good example here. Her dodge attack now beats out the comboed heavy. But mind you, we're talking side dodge headbutt and not forward dodge or mid chain one. Then the Demon Ball recovery changes. It's 1200 ms for the Shugo now, down from 1300, and the target is bound for less time, 1800 milliseconds, and it used to be 2100. This subsequently removed some of the possible wall punishes with Demon Ball, because hitting a wall would not, well, it still doesn't, as it doesn't shorten the duration of the move. You could get additional attacks in. Demon's Embrace was removed completely from it, same as the heavy. For the zone to connect, the opponent's guard needs to either be reflex or not on the left. A light is always guaranteed as long as you are in range for it. And then some damage nerfs, I'll put them on the screen, it's quite a long list. I've heard some people say that these felt excessive, especially since some of them required charging. Considering that damage was indeed part of why Shugo was considered strong, this didn't exactly come as a surprise, but whether those numbers now hit the sweet spot is up for debate. Then for a nerf that was not mentioned in the patch notes, a whiffed hug now feeds revenge correctly. It also applies a tag now. So you can no longer just spam it until it connects and not feed an enormous amount of revenge in the process. Was a good bug fix, but still a nerf. And then moving on to our favorite assassin. The ever-hated Orochi did get a nerf to its recovery cancels. After a whiffed kick, he can no longer dodge recovery cancel. This now allows for dodge attacks to punish it consistently. Combined with the removal of the undodgeable property of the forward dodge light, this shifted his mix-up to kick and storm rush. This is a barely working one at high level, and I'm being generous here. At lower levels, nothing really changed. It's not reactable. People will continue to try and react, despite them not being able to, so they still get hit by 17 moves in a row. The spam complaints will remain about the same, I'd say. Like I've shown in an older video, the kick was consistently punishable by the whole cast, and it also forced a defensive mix-up on the Orochi. To make the kick safe, the Orochi had to make a read. People don't like hearing that, but it was an undeniable fact. We still have players tell me how Shinobi's is worse than Orochi's now. Oh well, some never learn, I guess. Fact is though that Orochi will get replaced in competitive play with these nerfs. His safety and stickiness could reduce to a point where other heroes will take his spot. Then for some feats, Smoke Bomb got nerfed. All it does is stun now and it lasts for 5 seconds. But it leaves the lock-on outline. The distance needs to be correct though. So it's not really that distracting to fight in the smoke now. I'm happy the feat's dead, as sad as that sounds. So whatever other option your samurai character has, it's probably best to pick that one now. Juggernaut, Shooting Stars, Arrow Strike, or maybe even a unique for a change. Then for Slip Through, the timing is a little different now. Look at the buff bar above the health bar. It only activates once you input an attack, and not during the dodge. That is how they limit it to one attack only. This makes this a nerf to Orochi and Nusha, but at the same time a buff for Shinobi. The good thing is that feats can no longer be buffed with it that way. Caltrops or projectiles can't be made even stronger in combination with it. But yeah, that's it for the big nerfs of this patch. The patch notes are linked down below as usual. I will continue with more Shinobi coverage as that hero still needs some talking about. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd be interested in. Stamina will be my next topic. And don't forget your Christmas shopping with Viking jewelry, link also down below. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.